Get my house ready with me so CPS can come over.
Get ready with me. This is content that she's monetizing and making money off of CPS coming to her house and paying her a visit. The idea of keeping your house intentionally filthy and messy for internet views and for, you know, these cleaning videos is like, what world are we living in?
Thank you to all the hate comments. Keep them coming because you're just putting money in my pocket at this point. You're trying to cancel me? Make it happen. I'm still here. But no, it's because of the haters on TikTok why I'm in this situation.
No, it's because of you. Take some accountability in your life that you did this. Your house is unlivable for your kids. It is dangerous for your kids. It's a toxic waste zone. And you've been incentivized to keep it that way because you're making money on TikTok. So recently I found myself on Messy House TikTok. It's a place that I don't want to be. I can't get out, also can't look away. It's a place where people show off their filthy homes, piles of dishes, animal waste on the floor, trash piling up, clothes everywhere. All of this is in an attempt to hashtag normalize the mess. It's created a lot of controversy and a lot of polarizing opinions on the topic. So I figured we'd do a deep dive today into the filthy homes of TikTok. One of the first messy homes that I saw on Messy House TikTok was this creator right here, Amanda Rose. This is, I would say, the grandfather of all Messy House TikTok. This was the OG. And she went viral for what you're about to see here.
Let me just set the record straight. I do not call myself a lazy mom because I think I'm lazy. I call myself a lazy
moldy dishes.
mom because society thinks that if you're a stay-at-home mom, that your house should be spotless all the time. You should always have your together. Dinner should be done at 5 p.m. for your husband when he gets home. That's just not the kind of life that I'm living. And I will never live that life. And it pisses off so many people. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not trying to glamorize being a lazy stay-at-home mom. I'm here to represent the moms that need a break. I'm here to say that it's okay to take that break.
This is kind of the thesis of normalizing the mess and, you know, filthy house TikTok, showing other moms or stay-at-home moms that, you know, their house doesn't need to be spotless. There's other people out there that have messy houses and it's okay to not be cleaning all the time. So this philosophy has obviously caused a lot of differing opinions because people are quick to point out, as one of the comments says, there's a difference between a filthy house and a messy house, right? I think that it's okay to have a messy house, but especially if you have children, it's not okay to have filth, right? And filth would be mold, it would be animal waste, it would be anything that really is a health issue, a health concern, something that would attract bed bugs, roaches, animals, insects into your home that could cause problems, right? So, and a similar argument that I hear is also that it's okay to have a messy house, you know, once in a while or every so often, but not every single day, not to be perpetually living in filth, as a lot of these comments say. How does it get like this almost every day? 80,000 likes. It shouldn't be spotless, but wow, you gotta try to be this filthy. Can we see a day in your life? Because how is it getting like this? Like, a lot of people are not even understanding how it's getting to the levels that it is. I mean, as you saw, there was like mold and moldy cups and things like that. It's kind of crazy.
This is my consequence for eating and drinking in my room and having my bed on my
This was a
floor.
viral
So much
video.
filth everywhere. It has seeped into my mattress and turned it black. I actually didn't think it was
So this is obviously some sort of mold issue. This video went viral for all the wrong reasons, where she was cleaning her bed. I mean, once again, I mean, you should probably have your bed off the ground because it attracts, you know, bed bugs and different kinds of like mold and things like that. This is why you would want ideally your bed to be on a bed frame or something like that. You can even use like wood pallets or something. This video went viral and it was just kind of gross. Like, you know, there's a difference, right? There's messy and like having some things on the ground, and then there's this.
seeped in this bag. This brown would not come out for the life of me. If I had to guess what this is, most definitely coffee, soda, probably some pee from diapers sitting too long, and dirt for sure.
Why would there be pee? It's gross. We can't be doing this, okay? We can't be doing this. It was almost every single day, it felt like, that this girl was posting that her house looked like this. And, you know, she's got children, she's got young children, and it's not good for kids to grow up in a space like this.
House is such a biohazard. You have cat pee, mold, dirty diapers all over.
She would post videos where she was acknowledging that she had cat pee all over the house, and there would be dirty diapers laying on the ground. And it was a lot of concerning stuff that this creator was posting pretty frequently.
Just set the record straight. CPS has never came to my house, nor will they ever. Mold can grow within 12 to 48 hours.
Mold can grow under specific conditions. I think we need to acknowledge that. In really filthy, dirty conditions is when it can grow, especially that fast.
Look it up and educate yourself a little bit better. Any cats that I have issues with, I no longer have.
In fact, you know, a lot of people talk about the kids in all of this, and, you know, that is 100% true. A lot of people say that it's very traumatic for children to grow up in homes that are filthy and have stuff all around, and, you know, it's not good. It's overstimulating for them. I think it's overstimulating for anyone that's living in these types of homes, but also animals cannot live in these conditions. It's not good for them, especially cats. Like, cats will have behavioral issues, and they'll pee in different areas if their space isn't clean enough. Like, they're very clean animals. I don't think it's ethical to have animals if you are going to choose to live in a house like this. You know, it's frustrating to see someone who's like, I got rid of that pet because they had behavioral issues and they were peeing all over the house. And it's like, well, they were probably peeing all over the house because you weren't cleaning their litter box and they were overstimulated in the space that they were living in.
That I still receive daily comments about this to be tagged in the one-hit wonder videos about me, talking about how disgusting my house is, how I'm doing so wrong by my kids. It's obvious you have way too much time on your hands, or you're being deprived from the attention somebody's not giving you.
She used to make a ton of money off these videos, so obviously she was feeding into the engagement and the rage bait, which I do not think is appropriate. I don't think that that's right either. The idea of keeping your house intentionally filthy and messy for internet views and for, you know, these cleaning videos is like, what world are we living in? I mean, it's so dystopian. It's like, how did we get here? Is this really what we're doing? Stressing your kids out for internet views, like, that's basically what it is. Rage baiting people, being like, so, oh, CPS should take my kids away and stuff like, it's like, what?
Oh, you think CPS should take my kids away from me? Well, I would love to see them try. I can guarantee you right now that's never gonna happen. Oh, does that make you mad? If you really do think that my kids should be taken away from me, do you want to adopt them? Because I could really use some alone time. But you have mold and cat pee all over the wall.
Moldy food. She's admitting that there's mold all over the walls. There's cat pee all over the walls. I mean, it looks like her kids were very young at this point as well. Like, they grab everything, put everything in their mouth. I just don't know what you're thinking. There's just no defense for this.
Is the phrase common sense not really common to you? Because you see me cleaning it up, don't you? Oh, but I live in Washington. Or I live in Oregon. And I never get mold. I forgot we're living the exact same life. My bad. There is no excuse to this. You're a stay-at-home mom. What do you do all day? Sit on. Why is your husband even with you? You're so
crazy, but like, she knows how to clean. That's the sad part, is she knows how to clean. She has the tools to do it as well, and she chooses not to.
I could probably get your husband to hoop. I'm just kidding. I'm a girl's girl. Unlike some of you bitches, I can guarantee you the same stay-at-home dad you're watching.
She pulled out a toothbrush from the side of the toilet on the ground where there's dirty Q-tips, there's, it looks like diapers, toilet paper, trash, and that's where her child's toothbrush was. In what world is this okay?
Has the same dirty diapers on his floor, or has had his dog poop and pee all over his house as well. Or I forgot, she has 10 kids, so that means my mess shouldn't be as bad as hers. Baby, I can guarantee you there's a lot more people like me out in the world. So when you want to sit here and criticize me, just know that I get hundreds of DMs telling me how great I'm doing and how much people can relate to me. And I hope that pisses you off.
So yeah, here's some of the comments. I grew up like this and it was so damaging. 13,000 likes. Picking up a child's toothbrush off the floor with dirty diapers and tissue and putting it back on the counter is horrid. 30,000 likes. I have 3 kids and there was never dirty diapers on the floor. Yeah, I don't think there's any excuse for that. Tell them all CPS would see is you cleaning food in your house and a place for your kids to sleep. No, I think that they would actually see the mess because you're posting yourself. Things are piled up everywhere and there's mold and there's dirt and there's cat pee and children are living under these conditions. I don't know how we got so comfortable where we're okay with that. I don't. So this creator actually recently moved into a new house and has been doing reportedly better than she did in her previous place that she was living. Apparently made a lot of money off those TikToks and then was able to put a down payment on a house. And a lot of people are like, she's changed her ways, she's doing way better now. And I think yes and no to that. She's kind of still up to the same antics because this is literally January 22nd of this year.
Norovirus got my family stuck. This house has throw up everywhere. Liquid has been coming out of both ends for the last few days. Oh my God. And let's just say my family and I haven't felt like doing jack. Hence why my house is so messy right now.
I know it's back to the same stuff as before. This has been years of doing these types of videos, and it always goes back to the way that it was. And it's concerning, and it makes you question whether or not these types of people are incentivized to continue making this type of content. And I think the answer is yes.
What some of you are probably thinking right now, same old new house. Honestly, I could agree with you, except if I didn't have walking pneumonia, the flu, and the norovirus back to back, I personally think I would be on top of it.
I just don't know how it gets like this. And then once again, this is a couple days later, and she's doing a cleaning video, same kind of attitude, mattress still on the floor. I guess we didn't learn from the last bedroom video. And it's just like there's trash everywhere. And is this like the worst thing I've ever seen? No, definitely not. But I don't understand why you can't just simply clean as you go. I mean, there's literally a banana on the floor. Is it Mario Kart? Do we live in a cartoon house where we're slipping on banana peels? I don't understand why we'd want to normalize food waste on the floor. I mean, there's food, trash. This attracts ants, roaches, mice. Those types of animals carry diseases. I have to wonder, do these people leave it out just for the video? And I think the answer is probably yeah. Somebody said, what I'm wondering is, if you guys were sick, how did y'all have the energy to make such a mess? Like, this is not just a couple days worth of stuff. Like, this is months and months and months of neglect. Somebody said, I thought you bought a new house to have a new start and to have new clean things. I can't understand how messy it gets in only a few days. That's insane. It is insane. A lot of people are expressing that they're disappointed because they thought that she had really turned over a new leaf and that this new house was going to be different. And, you know, for the most part, it is looking pretty different. Like, she's obviously learned. I just don't understand how you can't clean as you go. I think that right there is the biggest evidence that we have. Like, this is for content. She knows how to clean. She's very good at it, actually, in fact. And she just chooses not to. And I think she does it so she can do these big cleaning, you know, all at once videos.
It wasn't that long ago where I was showing the world my messy house. It was definitely affecting my household and my kids. Maturing is also realizing I should not have had my house looking like that in the first place.
So it's interesting because she made this video at the end of last year, and she was acknowledging all of the things that people were concerned with for years and being like, you guys are actually right about that. Yeah. And, you know, all of that, by the way, for her to basically go back to get the house a mess again. Like, I don't know. It's hard to trust people that continually do stuff like this, you know, and trust that they've truly changed.
Sometimes I was not being funny. I was just being rude, selfish, and entitled.
So yeah, I don't know. Jury's still out on that one. I don't know if she's truly changed. I really truly hope that she has, and that she stops making these types of videos, because if she truly believes that, you know, what she was doing was wrong, which she essentially acknowledged in that video, then she really needs to stop with the whole, you know, messy house stuff. Like, it's just, no. It's never okay to have that much stuff laying around for your kids. Other people that have lived in these conditions have said it is damaging to them and it was difficult to live like that. Anyway, here's another one.
Your kids should not be eating next to a litter box. The fact that this even has to be said is sad. This is Cleaning with Brie. Mind you, she willingly posted this. Okay, so in this video, she's showing her cat's litter box because somebody asked to see where it's at. And lo and behold, it's right next to the kitchen table. Just look.
Because believe it or not, my kitchen can look like this sometimes.
Now, I've already said that I understand messy homes. Filthy homes, no. Unsanitary, no.
I just don't know what people are thinking.
If there is one type of creator that I refuse to follow or support at all, it is the parents that continue to post their filthy, disgusting home on TikTok just so they can get paid for doing so. Because
I think that's the main problem I have as well, is just the idea that these people are doing this so they get paid. You have to think, like, were they ever going to do this if TikTok was not around and they were not going to make money off of this? Like, were they ever going to clean their house? Like, how long was it going to take for them to clean, right? And what's the motivation? And why is the motivation seemingly not your kids? Why is it not, I'm going to clean this for my children, right? And I'm going to get this to a place where it's livable for my kids or my pets or myself, right? And the incentive to make filthy house TikTok videos and keep your house filthy is very concerning.
Because they are literally okay with putting money above their children's happiness, above their children's health, above their children's mental state, everything. The dollar bill to them means more than their children's sanity, health, and happiness. And I will not support that. Messy homes are normal. Cluttered homes are normal, right? What's not normal are animal feces sitting there for days. What's not normal is a dirty diaper sitting out for a week. What's not normal is not cleaning behind your couch for 5 years, and God only knows what's behind there. What's not normal is letting your kids walk around a litter box that hasn't been cleaned out for 3 weeks, okay? What's not normal is just throwing dirty food and dirty plates on the floor and letting your baby walk around on that. That's not normal. I'm not ever going to normalize that. I can normalize clutter. I can normalize toys everywhere. I will never support these creators because children deserve so much better.
I feel like this reaction is what a lot of people feel, and I think there's obviously a very clear difference between a filthy home and a messy home, and like some clutter on the ground, or it's not perfectly spotless, or you have dishes out, or something along those lines. There's a huge difference between what we're seeing on Filthy House TikTok versus just a typical standard messy home every once in a while. Also, my intention with this is not ever to make anyone feel bad about the way that their house looks. And I totally understand, the mental health component of this. And also I totally understand as well, like the socioeconomic component of this. And, maybe not knowing how to clean and maybe not having the resources to deep clean a house. Maybe you're just so in over your head. Like, I totally understand that, but that's not what's happening here. Let's be very clear. There is a difference between these creators that are profiting off of their filthy home that they are allowing their children to live in. So now we must discuss perhaps the most notorious filthy home of them all. We've got to talk about this. So this is Amanda MCG. She has almost 500,000 TikTok followers, and she has in her bio hashtag normalize the mess. She's hashtag mom of 4. And not only is she a mom of 4, she lives with her husband and her pets as well. She's got several pets. She's got cats, she's got dogs. She's been going viral recently and has been like at the top of the TikTok algorithm for some pretty shocking videos. So let's take a look at those.
Good morning, and we are back with another bedroom cleaning video. I did have my daughter go under the bed and push all the trash out. You'll see here soon after I clean up this corner what it looks like. It is insane. Most of my comments are like, there's no excuse for this, there's no excuse for this, and I know that. I'm not making one.
I mean, look at the ground. There's food everywhere, dirty plates, trash, filth, and she's having her child go under the bed and push that out. Do you know how disgusting that is? The insects and the animals that might attract, and she's got kids and pets that are walking around in this. I mean, it's sick.
Here I'm trying to get my daughter to be here helping me. She was eager to help me. She loved coming under the bed.
Loved coming under the bed and shoving out all of the trash. Honestly, the saddest part is that, first of all, children are even involved in this. This is, I think, actually her room specifically. I think that this shows that her child is desperate for a clean house. This is just shocking. It's insane.
And pushing all this garbage out. As you can see here, she's loving it. Don't forget to come back to the next video.
Look at all of this actual trash and food. Come back for the next video. When did we get so comfortable? I'm like, what? So here's some of the comments. This is absolutely sick that you allow your children to live like this. Posting this is wild. She's loving it is insane. I was never taught to clean, so I'll just live in garbage. Yeah, there's really no excuse at this point, especially because this creator's on TikTok. How hard is it to be like cleaning motivation, cleaning hacks, cleaning this, that, whatever? I mean, you can learn.
Normalizing a messy home and a filthy home is two entirely different things. Do not get me wrong. I've always been a mother that said, if you come to visit me, stop by anytime. If you come to see my house, make an appointment. But I have never in my life lived like this. This is just pure filth. Then, not to mention, you have your small child under the bed pushing out items of just filth.
I mean, this is unbelievable. This is a petri dish. This is a toxic hazard zone.
Plates of food, chips, dirty clothes. Ma'am, this brings upon bed bugs, roaches, rats, mice, things that are dangerous to you and your children's health. Also, you got on this app and stated this little statement right here about cleaning your home because TikTok wasn't paying you.
Definitely, it seems like I'm just gonna eat $535. That's why I haven't made any cleaning videos, because that really f***ing depressed me. And why am I gonna make a cleaning video so I can make money that I can't even get?
Well, that to me is everything I needed to see or hear. You know, there's a lot of people that are empathetic to people living in these situations, and they're like, good job, mama, you're doing great. Like, what people are failing to realize is you're cleaning it. Girl, this is not someone who is doing this for the right reasons. Clearly, she just stated there, you know, what's the point of doing a cleaning video if TikTok's not gonna pay me? Right? And I think that reveals the motivation behind all of this. And that's the most damning video I could ever watch. And honestly, it's the only video you need to watch to show you what has been going on and to know and to understand this, what is happening here. This house is not getting clean, and it never will get clean, and it will continue to be a cycle of filth for her kids and for her animals and for herself, because she is incentivized to make these videos. She is getting paid, and she is wanting to get paid. She's not gonna make these cleaning videos unless she's getting paid. She said that. She said that. Those are her words, not mine. I don't want people to lose like that empathetic part of them that is like, I see this and it makes me wanna help her, and I wanna just go in there and like help. Guys, I'm sorry, but there's certain people that just don't want the help as well. Like, plenty of people have offered their help for free to her. She's never accepted that. By the way, she's making tons and tons of money off TikTok, tons of money. I mean, these videos are getting millions of views, okay? And she is also in the creator fund, okay? So I can assure you, she's making bank off of this. Even still, she refuses to hire cleaning services. The problem continues. She can go and get professional help for these problems, but she doesn't do it. Their actions speak louder than words in this situation. And she says, I'm not making excuses. This is not okay for my kids, and continues to do the same thing over and over and over, okay? We need to wise up and be like, you know what? This is not gonna change. This person's not gonna change. Nothing's gonna change this person. It would have happened already, right? And she's doing this for money, which is sick, that she would put money over her kids and her animals' well-being and their mental health.
This is a pile of laundry. That's not even what I want to point out. Yeah, the laundry's disgusting, but notice the rug, notice the walls, notice the filth just all over the walls. And it doesn't stop there. Look at the floors, look at the counters. This one really got me. I guess a sink overflowed because their washer drains into the sink.
This is one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen. I was going to include it in this video. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
And their cat litter sits underneath this sink, and it overflowed. And so this is like dirt, grime, filth, cat litter, cat feces. I mean, when I think about the smell, it sends me into a panic.
As an animal lover and a cat owner, this makes me literally sick to my stomach. To think that animals are living in these conditions, I have such a problem with this. It's like, it's actually out of control.
This is the sink that the water from the washing machine drains into. This is the feces and cat litter and water all over their floor. This was the top of their dryer, I believe. Look at the floor.
We should all know less about each other.
It's been going on for 5 years.
Fridge clean out. I can finally do a voiceover, so I'm really excited about that because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, I have a lot to say too, but I'll let you go first.
Of course, I know what this looks like. Obviously, that's why I'm cleaning it.
Yeah, you know, in all this person's videos as well, like every single video, she says something like, I know, guys, I don't need to hear it. I already know. There's no excuses. I'm not making one. To me, it's all very manipulative. If you know, then it should never be like this. She's been saying this for 5 years. I know, guys. I know my kids should never live like this. Then why do they? If you know, then why do they? There's no excuse. There is zero excuse. It's so frustrating to see people fall for this act.
Yeah, I think the question here is, how did you let it get to that level? What gets me is that this is the fridge that your children get food from. Is that rat poop right there? What is that black brown stuff on the... What?
I know this is a health issue.
To say it out loud and be like, I know this is a health issue. And clearly they've been living like that for years now.
Again, if you knew this was a health issue, why did you let it get to this point?
I already know somebody's gonna be like, oh my god, are those mouse turds? That is raisins. Help. No, those are blueberries.
You
She doesn't know.
don't even know what they are. As someone who's had pet rats, some of those are definitely rat poops. Is that red stuff the blood from the meat? I know that's not juice. Oh my
sick.
goodness, why do people film and post their dirty houses online when they have kids? Don't you realize that your kids go to school, and when you go viral like this, how do you think that makes them look?
If I can guess, these kids are probably intensely embarrassed of the way that their house looks and intensely stressed out by it, because who wouldn't be? And to know that their mom is like just airing it out like for content online when they'd probably like that to be private information, like they're probably desperately trying to keep that a secret, that their house looks like this and that they're living in these conditions, because kids at school can be so nasty. It just breaks my heart.
And by the way, to the person who sent me this, thank you so much. We haven't opened it because my dogs are jerks. So we're gonna rug doctor it first. I know we need to clean up this corner. And if they do it again, which I'm sure they will, I'll be ready.
So our dogs are peeing and probably pooping on the carpet, and people are sending her free stuff. Guys, she's got everything she needs to make this house clean, and she just still doesn't do it. Sending her wet vacs, professional cleaning stuff, and she's not even opened it yet or used it. Look at this. You can't even get into the rooms because there's so many clothes piled up. Guys, this is not like a one-day thing. This is weeks of neglect.
I'm going to the laundromat tomorrow to deal with this, and I am gonna try to carpet clean my carpets, even though the dogs chewed it up.
Here's her Amazon wish list of things. Where's the cleaning supplies? I don't know. But Monopoly, a new carpet, Lilo and Stitch toy. What? A purse down at the bottom? That's what we're asking for? I honestly am disturbed that these people are profiting off of it. She's preying on the good nature of good people, and I do not like that at all. No, you're taking advantage of people that are kind and empathetic towards you, and it's just disgusting. Somebody commented, but it's been 5 years. 5 years of this. Yeah, it's been 5 years. And let's get into that, actually.
The picture you are about to see behind me may shock some of you. This is a room that we have not been in. This is a room that I closed the door and forgot about. I let my cat have kittens, plus there's just a ton of clothes in there. This room is going to be my boys' room. Finally, because they've been sleeping in bed with us. So, I know.
She's going to let her kids move into this room. They've been sleeping in her room because they don't have a room because it's so disgusting and dirty. And she let cats basically take it over and, you know, have kittens and poop and pee in there, which is so disgusting. I mean, like, that's not an overnight clean where you just pick things up and then you're good. It's probably crystallized into the carpet. I mean, you have to probably rip up the carpet. The ammonia smell, we're joking, right? You can't live in there. The mold. You can't have children live in this room safely.
I know. And here's
she knows. Every single video, I know. For 5 years, it's been I know.
Way through, we're getting somewhere. This about killed me. I almost like had an asthma attack, and I don't even have asthma.
Almost had an asthma attack cleaning the room. Simply cleaning the room. And you want your sons to sleep in the room that you almost had an asthma attack cleaning. Here's somebody that commented, recognize your efforts and the work you put in. Congrats to you for making the change. Keep up the good work. This is in 2024, end of 2024. Okay, just keep that in mind. Keep the date in mind. Please watch the video before you pass judgment, she wrote in the caption. All right, let's watch her clean.
You guys gotta remember, I had a cat that had kittens in this room, and the kittens did use the room as their personal litter box.
Used it as their personal litter box. Using a room as your personal litter box. You can't make it up. And she wants to be patted on the back, and she's making money off of that. And she's gonna stick her 2 kids in this room.
I am hoping by Friday we can get this room all set up for the boys.
There's no way you could turn around a room like that in even a week. You need to get a mold team in there. You need to probably rip the carpets out. You need to actually shampoo every single thing that's in there, sanitize every single thing that's in there. It's not safe. Probably close off any holes where mice and rats could get in. This is crazy.
I know the amount of hate I'm gonna get right now.
I know the amount of hate.
I know what this looks like, and I am holding myself accountable because it is finally time to make a change.
Holding myself accountable because it's finally time to make a change. By the way, she's cleaning up a ton of Twisted Tea freaking cans. I mean, you can't make it up. Dirty food plates. This is not a one-day thing. I mean, this is insane.
I know I say this every single time, but this is a matter of life and death. We're
matter of life and death. And she knows, by the way, she knows. This is a matter of life and death, she says.
Gonna make a change and keep it this way because my kids do not deserve this, and I know that.
My kids do not deserve this, and I know that. And this was posted March of 2024. Okay, so a year ago. She posted, I know, this is a matter of life and death, My kids do not deserve this, and I'm gonna make a change. This was last year. All of those videos, like the one especially of her daughter pushing the trash out from underneath the bed, that's from this year. Okay, so nothing's changed. And hashtag normalize the mess is in here. I mean, you gotta be joking. Why would you wanna normalize this? Here's another one.
Now, when I tell you my laundry has been piled up like this for a really long time, I mean probably a year.
Probably a year, her laundry's been piled up like this in front of the laundry. Look at the floors. Look at the floors. And by the way, behind this door right here, this thing right here, yeah, that's her cat's litter box. What?
All this was basically trash. I did pick through and grab out like socks and underwear.
What are you a year? Okay, by the way, this was in, once again, 2024, April of 2024. Also gonna clean the inside of the washer because it's dirty. The joys of living in the desert. Girl, this is not the desert. Plenty of people live in the desert and their houses do not look like this. You've gotta be kidding. So yeah, okay, April 2024. Here's another one, April 2024. This is what the kitchen looks like. Grime, filth, absolutely everywhere. This is the kitchen in April of 2024, last year.
Ready? Are you kidding me?
The grime.
It's
black.
Kidding me?
This is the windowsill. Last year.
Joking right now.
It's black. Okay. But then in October of last year, the house was somewhat, relatively, for her, clean again. Obviously, there's still stuff in the hallway, but you know, it got to a place where it was clean again, somewhat. This is what the kitchen looked like October of last year. Okay, so it was probably the cleanest it's ever been for her, right? And then, as you know, it went right back, because it's a cycle. This is a content cycle of, I'm gonna clean it, guys, I'm doing better, I'm motivated, I can do this, I know. Then it gets like this again, filthy again. And she knows it's a matter of life and death, and she knows that her kids deserve better. And it always gets like this. It always comes back. It never changes, nothing's gonna change. This is 2023, 2023. I'm at the end of my rope. I was really motivated, was the caption. 2023, this is what the kitchen looked like. October 2023, this is what living room looked like. Stay tuned for cleaning videos to come. Hashtag normalize the mess. I mean, she's been normalizing the mess for years. 2023, once again, I failed my family way too much this time. Now it's up to me to fix it before Christmas. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2023, once again, nothing's changed. It's the same now in 2025. Yep. Here it is again. Animals running around, her kids in a jumping thing. In what world is this okay?
Yep, so I'm really putting myself out here right now. I don't need to hear it in the comment.
I don't need to hear in the comments. I already know. There it is again. I already know.
Because I already know.
Oh, she already know. Okay.
This is not okay.
This is not okay, she says. This was 2023. She says, I know this is not okay. It's bad, but I'm doing something to change that. She's been saying she's been doing something to change that for 5 years. Okay?
I know my kids deserve better, and I am going to try to make a change.
I know my kids deserve better. I can't believe somebody would utter those words and then continue to do the same thing over and over and over. And then complain that TikTok's not paying her, so why would I make a cleaning video?
I gotta do this for us.
February 2023, bragging about how she is the messiest home of everybody. That's not something that you want to brag about. This is literally over 2 years ago. This is what her house looked like. And as a reminder, this is what her house looks like now, right now. 5 years later, the same, if not worse. And this is her toilet as well. This is years of neglect, years, okay? I know it was bad, and I know I was neglectful. That's her child's toilet, by the way, that her children use. I just don't know in what world you could sleep at night knowing that that's what your kids have to use to go to the bathroom. It's just, that's not even livable. It's just disgusting. Obviously, there's been a lot of reactions to this type of content. I love that TikTok, you can hear so many different perspectives from people, and I thought that this one was really important for this video, so let's listen to this.
Currently live and have always lived in what you would call a filthy house. It's really, really dirty and disgusting, but also a hoarder's house. Despite the fact that parents only think that they're affecting themselves when they live in a house like this, they're also affecting their children. Whenever we'd have like my mom's family over or my dad's family over, I just remember going on cleaning sprees for about a week beforehand and intensely cleaning every single room of the house because we needed to at least have it manageable before people came over, and our manageable was not even clean.
It's so sad. You know that she didn't make a single ounce of this mess. and she's cleaning the house.
But those were always like the most stressful days of my life because they lasted hours and hours and hours, and we were just cleaning all day long. I am incredibly anxious by messy spaces, and so I don't really leave my room currently as I'm living here, because outside my room is the danger zone. Inside my room is perfectly safe and clean and exactly how I like it.
I just don't know how you can hear something like this and ever feel like it's okay. When you're referring to the outside of your room as the danger zone, literally and figuratively, it is. It is dangerous.
Not messy and not overwhelming. People coming over to my house for the first time is honestly the most embarrassing scenario I can ever be in. And that is literally just because I'm aware of how messy my house is, but I'm trying to like cover it up for whatever reason, even though my friends already know. So like I will be closing cabinets right as they're walking towards them because I know that they're messy and unorganized, and I don't want them to look inside. Or sometimes there's like gross crumbs in the cabinets, or our refrigerators are gross, so I will grab things out of the refrigerator for them, or the microwave is gross, so I will put things in the microwave for them and shut it really fast so they don't see inside the microwave.
This is sad.
A majority of my friends have never seen my house, and they never will, and I don't want them to know the state of my house. I don't want them to see my house. I don't want them anywhere near my house because I just don't trust them in that way yet. Just honestly don't want them to change their opinion on me.
I appreciate her perspective so much because it's important to know how it affects your children, and to hear someone articulate that and the anxiety and like the stress of living in a house like this. Somebody said, I grew up in a house like this. I haven't spoken to my parents in years. This can ruin relationships. It's hard to reconcile with the fact that maybe my mom or my dad, they are complicit with this. They know how their house is making me feel, and they never did anything to change it. They knew how damaging it was to me or traumatic it was, and they never did anything to fix it, and they never helped me, and they chose a mess and filth over me. And I think that that's hard for a lot of these children to deal with as they move into adulthood and they get their own house, and they don't want to live like this. It's a lifestyle at this point. Exactly. Yeah, it's been 5 years. Somebody said, my sister and I grew up in a house like this with a mother just like you. Neither one of us speak to her now. We both have kids of our own. We both live on our own, and our houses never look like this. And of course, these types of creators are going to look at these comments as like hate comments and, you know, oh, you're just a hater, you're being a hater, whatever. And it's like, no, these are the kind of comments that I think, in my opinion, are the most important to read and to take in, because it's like, this is what your future is going to look like with your kids, potentially, if you do not get this under control, right? And your kids may never speak to you again because of this. That makes me sad. You know, I want her to have a relationship with her kids, and I want them to have a long, happy, healthy life together and like enjoy their time together. But that's never gonna happen if you continue to prioritize TikTok money over your kids. It's just not. Stop normalizing filth. This isn't just a messy house because of depression. This is filth. And to be having a child living in this, girl, you need to get up for that baby. Exactly. As a mom of 5, don't ever let your storm get your kids wet. And I think that that's true. And I think it's kind of a tough love moment, but it's the reality. Your children's mental health is just as important as your own, and you cannot let that bleed into their lives and potentially traumatize them for the rest of their life.
Why are we glamorizing, and why are we telling people that it's okay that their children are growing up in filthy houses? Y'all, I'm sorry, but that is not okay. It's not okay, and it's not normal, okay? I'm a mom of 5, and I say this with all the love in my mom heart. I get the house getting away from you sometimes. I get clutter, I get mess, but there is a difference in mess. There is a difference in there being some dirty dishes in the sink because you didn't feel like doing them the night before. There's a difference in, oh, I got behind on laundry because we were busy, than your floors being so dirty that your toddler can't walk around because it turns their feet black.
Yes.
Your kids sleeping on a bare mattress that's dirty as because they don't have clean sheets on their bed.
I mean, it's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum.
The dishes in the sink growing mold because you haven't washed them in weeks. Your kids running around in not seasonal appropriate clothing because you haven't done their laundry. Those things are not normal. It is not good for them developmentally to grow up in a disgusting, unorganized, not clean environment. We have got to stop normalizing that. The kids deserve better.
Well, then came a development that caused a whole lot more controversy.
Get my house ready with me. so CPS can come over.
Get ready with me for CPS, Child Protective Services, to come over to my house. Get ready with me. This is content that she's monetizing and making money off of CPS coming to her house and paying her a visit.
Here's what the living room situation is. I know I have not carpet cleaned yet, but that I am definitely going to have to pull this guy out today. The table, I don't know why it turns into a catch-all, but it does. The kitchen, I definitely do need to get...
This is what the kitchen looks like, and she's cleaning her house for CPS to come over. No, just show CPS what you've been living like, because you've been living like this for 5 years. Okay, so why even get ready? If it's totally great, why even get ready? I don't even know why. Personally, I think CPS probably should have showed up and did a surprise visit, because then you would see the reality of what these children have been going through and these animals have been going through. Huge emphasis on the animals as well, because I think that those are kind of forgotten in this situation. But yeah, no, this is sick.
Get some dishes done and then declutter this. I don't know why, but this gets cluttered up with just random, I mean, just the most random stuff ever. Gotta vacuum the hallway.
A couple days ago, this had clothes all over, so she obviously knew that this was coming. She actually, in fact, was teasing that she had a big announcement that was coming on her TikTok channel, and to stay tuned, because there was a really big, exciting announcement. And guess what it was? It was CPS coming over. Yeah, it was her announcing that CPS was coming over. You cannot make this up. You cannot make it up.
Clean up the bathroom.
This is what her children's bathroom looks like, with the dirty, nasty clothes, the dirt on the floor. This is, how can you sleep at night knowing this is where they get clean? I don't understand it.
That's just laundry. And then this is my husband's room where he sleeps. I get it. The carpets are disgusting.
She knows, guys. Lay off.
My boys' room. I'm going to vacuum, clearly.
The cat. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry.
Vacuum that. I think that's styrofoam. My oldest is autistic and he has pica, so that's what that is. And then my room, I know the carpets are disgusting. I just got this pile to take care of, and that's it. Now I know what you're gonna ask. Am I worried? No, not at all.
She's not worried.
I am a good mom. I take care of my kids. They have heat. They have a roof over their head. They have lots of food. They have beds to sleep in. They have clean clothes. I mean, I am not worried at all. And I am going to show this lady the progress that I have been making, because it is astronomical to go back and look at some of the videos and look at what it looks like now. Like, this living room has been clean for months now, and we just keep up on it. I'm not worried. So come along on this journey with me.
Come along. Follow along. Follow me. Follow me for more.
I'm bringing you guys along. I am here to hide nothing. I almost thought about not saying anything and dealing with this privately, but no. It's because of the haters on TikTok why I'm in this situation, and I am going to let this lady be fully aware.
It's because of the haters that I'm in this situation. No, it's because of you. Take some accountability in your life that you did this, okay? Your house is a mess. Your house is unlivable for your kids. It is dangerous for your kids. It's a toxic waste zone. And you've been incentivized to keep it that way because you're making money on TikTok. It has nothing to do with anyone else but yourself.
Who has probably no idea that I am almost to 500,000 followers on a social media app, that these are strangers, people who do not know me personally, that are calling in to make reports of my house being messy. Yes, it was messy. Yes, I am fixing it.
It was messy. It was filthy, in fact.
There's nothing they can do about that. They will not take my kids. So follow along, because
if CPS is coming to your house, there's a chance they could take your kids. They would not show up if there was no chance in hell that they're taking your kids. They wouldn't. There's a chance, because they can't live like this.
Okay, you guys want an update? Currently in this room, I just need to fix this and fix that. Again, there is nothing at this time I can do about the carpets. They're not taking my children because my carpets are dirty. I'm working on it.
At 5 years, she's been working on it.
After I finish the room,
mayonnaise out, mayonnaise jar sitting out in the sun.
I'm gonna do this and that and finish up in the bathroom. Also, I know somebody's gonna go, oh, look at all the filth. This I could probably get clean, but this
I could probably get it clean.
this is lifting away. So I can't get that clean. It stays like that. Just because my home doesn't look like it belongs in a magazine does not mean it's an okay environment for my kids to be. But boy, some of you all are just really holding tight to my old videos and saying that I have not improved. The real ones can see where my improvement has been.
Holding tight to my old videos. Maybe because people are not falling for it anymore. They're not. They found out you've been doing this for 5 years. Nothing's changed. And now you're only cleaning because you know you're going to make money and you know that CPS is coming over. The jig is up, okay? You're not getting away with this anymore.
And no, it's not because CPS is coming over.
Is why.
This was going to happen anyways.
It was
It's
not.
just, I'm getting it done quicker.
I'm getting it done, to admit, I'm getting it done quicker because CPS is coming over. No, show them what you were living like. Show them. And I hope that they realize it's been 5 years.
And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with her coming over. I'm fine with her coming into my house and seeing what it looks like and taking suggestions from her. You know, I'm not a bad mom. I'm not a bad mom. I'm not a horrible mom. I know my house is messy. I know, but I'm taking care of it.
You said it's a matter of life and death. You said that a year ago, 2 years ago. You said my kids deserve better a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Thank you to all the hate comments. Keep them coming because you're just putting money in my pocket at this point.
She said it. You're just putting money in my pocket thanks to the haters.
Well, that's funny because the words that came out of her mouth was, I don't care about the dirt on the walls or the crayons on the walls or the stains on the floor. We don't care about that. We just care about your kids walking over dirty clothes or, you know, them having to be able to walk through the hallways or...
They can't do that. Literally a couple days ago, they couldn't do that. There's clothes on the ground. There's stuff. Literally, as you were showing, get ready with me for CPS, you had clothes on the ground in the bathroom, all over the bathroom. You couldn't walk into certain rooms. They haven't been able to walk, so it seems like they do care.
The kitchen and stuff. Yeah. She showed me a screenshot of my kitchen and she was like, this is like a grade C. A grade C would mean like it's still okay. It's not the greatest, but yeah. You guys expect something completely different when these people come through and I'm sorry, but you're trying to cancel me? That could happen. I'm still here.
I love that she thinks it's one big joke that CPS is coming over. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. These are some of the comments that I see. I see so many judging, but I can see what she's saying. She's improving and getting better and keeping it that way. If you compare before and now, it is way cleaner. Does she say she's stopping? No. Guys, once again, as this person replies, girl, she's been doing this for 4 years. If you're new to her page, you might think this too and be like, yeah, she's improving, she's working on it, she's doing everything she needs to do. Stop. And then she replies, I've followed her for years. Yes, it has been a while, but if you compare from back then to now, there's a difference. And you can see that she's keeping on top of what she's done. Girl, the video of the child pushing the trash on their bed was literally this year. It was a month ago. A month. We have to be serious. This is unbelievable.
So?
Somebody said, do you hear what she's saying though? She has an open case with you. And she goes, so?
I knew that. That's fine. Why is so many other people so concerned and I'm the one dealing with it and I'm like, okay, we got this.
Why are you not concerned is the question.
We gonna take care of business. We gonna get it done. Yes, I'm sitting on the toilet. Shh. I love how so many other people care, even now that it's clean and now that a CPS lady has come over. This is like...
How have we gotten to this point where people are this comfortable posting stuff like this? All of it. Like every single aspect of this is insane.
Normal for them to make sure, to come back and make sure. Like it's not something special. She already opened the case when she walked into my door the first time. Oh my God. I'm probably just gonna have to take a break for a few days after this. I'm not gonna post any videos. Some of you people overwhelmed the shit out of me. If I'm not worried, none of you should be. I am gonna keep up with it. I cannot let it get like that again.
Have we heard this before? Yes.
I promise my children that. If nobody wants to believe me, that's fine. Leave a comment. I know you do. It just helps my video and pays me more, so... Have a nice day. I gotta wipe now.
Just makes me more money. This is disgusting. Make sure you tell them that you've been cleaning for 4 years, somebody commented. Yeah, tell them that. Be honest. You said you're not trying to hide anything. Tell them. Somebody said, unbelievable. Somebody called on you. You're a good person. You're doing the best you can, and you just keep going and stay strong. Somebody goes, it should have happened sooner. Yeah, it should have happened sooner. But now I think because she's getting more and more viral, more and more people are seeing it and waking up to this scam that's happening, honestly. And that's what it is. It's a scam.
Well, here's exactly what my house looked like when the CPS lady walked in yesterday. Minus the load of dishes, because we did a load of dishes before she got here. I get that it's not perfect. I know a lot of people are expecting me to live in some magazine home. The meeting...
No one's expecting that. No one.
Went so incredibly well. She did not care what my carpets looked like. She did not care about the crayons on the wall or the dust in the window and, you know, everything. She just cared that, you know, the kids are stepping on clothes. Also,
there's clothes on the ground. There's clothes all over their bathroom.
To mention my bathroom, I had my husband clean the bathroom, and that was a mistake because he did not do the toilet very well. So I am going to have to come back in there, but she didn't care about that. She's going to come back randomly in the next 4 weeks and make sure that we're staying on top of it. But other than that, it went really well.
So this is the caption of that video. She says, and no, she does not want to take the kids from me as long as we keep it up, which we are. Case closed 14th of the next month. Just want to say good try, haters, but I was already fixing it. Wow. Here's a good comment. Growing up extremely poor, my mom always said, just because we are poor doesn't mean we have to be dirty. Finances have nothing to do with cleanliness. Thank you. Exactly. If she plans to come back, that means the complete opposite of case closed. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And if you're planning on doing a random visit sometime in the next 4 weeks, yeah. As a social worker, another visit means the case isn't closed. How does a toilet actually get like that? I'm traumatized. Some advice. If she didn't care and it went really well, there would not be a surprise visit in the next few weeks. Exactly.
Get my house ready with me so CPS can come over.
The fact that she has the audacity to do the nay-nay while getting ready for CPS to come over is absolutely embarrassing.
Did anybody see Amanda MCG, her video that had like 2.5 million views where she got CPS called on her apparently? When is it gonna be enough? Okay, first of all, she's got almost 500,000 followers on TikTok. She gets hundreds of thousands of views on her videos. She's in the creator fund, gotta be. She can afford to hire a house cleaner. She's just not doing it because this is her content.
Exactly.
They obviously know that she's on TikTok. They know that she's making money. They could have recommended to her, and I'm sure that they probably did, she needs to hire a house cleaner. It's disgusting. Just my opinion.
She knew when CPS was coming over, she could have easily hired somebody to come over and help her get it ready. And absolutely, for sure, know that her house was going to be in the best shape that it possibly could be. But instead, she didn't do that. She turned it into content. Every single thing was content, which is just unbelievable that she would even do get ready with me for CPS. Who does that? It's sickening.
And she did get CPS called on her for a reason.
Get my house ready with me so CPS can come over.
Get my house ready with me.
That's one of the most insane videos I've ever seen, like in my life I've ever seen.
For CPS. You know, having CPS visit your house is not the flex that you think it is. Especially when your kitchen looks like this all the time. Or when this is the room your husband sleeps in. Is that a bag of chips on the floor?
Literally a day before CPS came over, that's what it looked like.
Like, this is the bedroom your two sons sleep in.
Used to be a cat room, by the way, where they would use it as, her words, not mine, as their personal litter box.
Like, you honestly think CPS isn't gonna see these viral videos, especially the one where you had your dirty laundry all over the place? Like, just look at your washer. There's dirt inside where you're supposed to put the soap. Like, you have dirty clothes in the bathroom on the floor where your kids are supposed to clean themselves. Like, how is it possible that every single room has clutter, has trash, has dirty laundry all over the place? And CPS knows this is how your kids live. Like, you've gone viral so many times that CPS already knows what's going on. And honestly, why do you do that? Like, how do you think that makes you look as a mom when you film and post your dirty home that your kids live in? How do you think that makes your kids feel when they go to school and people are like, oh my gosh, I saw your home on TikTok online? It's not the flex you think it is.
That's a really, really good point, and it would be humiliating as one of her kids. Humiliating.
Having CPS come to your house.
Look, y'all, I'm a huge mental health advocate. I really am. But here's the thing. This creator, Amanda, messy house. Messy is really truly an understatement here. The thing is, she says she's making no excuses, but she's saying that, you know, mental health is real. She brings mental illness, mentally unwell into this, as she, as I added here, has normalized the mess. So if you're saying you got this messy because of mental illness, then how could you also be supporting normalizing all of this?
It's a great point. It's the point, actually, in fact. That's all I have to say for this video. What are your guys' thoughts on Filthy House TikTok? Leave them down below in the comments. As always, if you like this kind of video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. I make tons of videos on popular internet topics, many more to come very soon. So I hope to see you guys in my next video, and that's it. Bye.
Y'all seen Amanda McGee's videos, the Normalize the Mess Girl? As a kid, my house looked like that. Actually, probably worse, honestly. Laundry, all the way up to my head as a 7-year-old. If I wanted clean clothes, I had to go and dig them out of the dirty clothes and wipe them off if they had any kind of food or anything on them. Roaches, galore. They were my friends. They were literally falling off the ceiling. I don't think I ever actually saw the flooring. Those kids are gonna grow up with anxiety, depression, OCD. Who knows? They're either going to learn from it or they're going to become it. The only time my house actually got cleaned was anytime CPS got called. Anytime CPS got called. I'm just going to let you guys know that it's going to go right back. If that situation is anything like how I grew up, the house is going to come right back to the way it was. Why are we normalizing this? And why are we letting our kids grow up like that?